SlenderFriend03, and today I'm going to explain my theory of 4 dimensions. I had to draw this on Microsoft Paint, so I don't really have any other software for that kind of presentation. Well, here's my theory. That's basically what I drew. Now let's start with this little bubble here. This point is basically infinity itself, and these represent timelines or time zones, whatever you prefer to think about them as, and they separate the dimensions into different times. So let's go to the third dimension. No, the first dimension. I'm getting all derpy. And I'll get back to the infinity bubble later after I explain the dimensions. Well, the first dimension is just a line. It's just a line. Literally, it's just a line. But there's some things strung onto it, like beads, like Earth, the Sloan Great Wall. I like that object in space. It's huge. It's bloody massive. And the super void, largest thing with nothing in it in space. But I just did some stars to make it look pretty. And here's the second dimension. Okay, so we have an infinite plane here, which folds itself into the infinity bubble since it's infinite. And here's the Sun, Mars, Mercury. My very excited mother just served us noodles. Well, you get the point. That would include, no, it wouldn't. So everything's flat here. But here, in the third dimension where we live, it has a z plus axis, height, a z minus axis, depth, x, and y. It's like Minecraft coordinates. And here we have Earth, and I made it floating just to prove it has depth and width and everything else we need. But here we have the fourth dimension where things get a little bit interesting. Now, circles, the thing is, aren't really circles. They behave differently than they do in the third dimension where they're just spheres. These are 3D circles and other circles inside, which make up all the dimensions plus this one. First dimension, second dimension, third dimension, and so on. Or they could symbolically represent the time dimension, the time zones. And this is what I call a super axis, because it keeps adding directions till you get an infinity bubble. And I'm going to explain the infinity bubble a little bit more. The reason why there are squiggly lines around it is because time gets so warped, and because it's virtually right next to the time zones. And hey, I could be here, I could be here, I could be here at the same time. And the gray stuff is just everything at once. This, everything at once. Oh, and did I mention if you poke your head in there, you'd instantly die? Did I mention everything at once? Well, yeah, ponies might be superhumans now in there, and one might make you into human slingshot and shoot you through the fourth dimension, all throughout the 3D square and rip it apart, and then rip apart all the other dimensions, and then the infinity bubble will explode. So that's my theory on 4 dimensions. I hope you like it. Comment, rate, subscribe, and drop a comment if you liked it.